There's no way I'd do that.
Why not?
I'm with you, Hannah. That would freak me out. Skydiving is bonkers.
No way, it'd be incredible, like a massive rush. Do you not have any hopes or dreams?
Yeah, well, I'd love to go travelling around the world one day.
Yeah, me too. I'd love to see all the ancient wonders of the world.
Bit boring, but fair enough.
Just because it's not thrill-seeking doesn't mean it's not worthwhile.
Many people have a bucket list, a list of things to do before they die.
Things like go on a safari, swim with dolphins, skydive. I don't know what they're worried about.
Here's what some people in London thought.
Many would answer that question with experiences, but for some others, a real desire is to earn some money.
And not just a bit of money, serious money.
Why? Because many people think that a little bit more money will secure hope and happiness for tomorrow.
A few years ago, a poll revealed that Americans who earn $25,000 a year believed they would need to earn $54,000 a year to fulfill their dreams.
Those who made $100,000 believed it would take $192,000.
In other words, to have enough money, we'd require twice as much as we currently have.
But is that right? The 19th century preacher Charles Spurgeon once said,
It's not how much we have, but how much we enjoy that makes happiness.
Money isn't a bad thing, but you won't necessarily find happiness and hope for tomorrow inside your wallet.
Why? Because there's many things that money can't buy.
Not every problem is solvable by just throwing money at it, but that shouldn't lead us to despair.
Hope for today and tomorrow can be found in people too.
In the first century, Jesus was the talk of the town. People came from far and wide to see if he was the real deal.
Huge crowds gathered wherever Jesus went.
In Mark's Gospel, we hear of a woman who had suffered for 12 years with a bleeding disorder, which was hard enough from a physical perspective, but was made worse by the religious rules.
According to the temple purity laws, anyone with a bleeding disorder was considered ritually unclean, and people would literally avoid them.
People had said that Jesus could heal the blind, make the deaf hear, and make the lame walk. She would have known that these stories sounded like the promised Messiah.
For hundreds of years, there had been prophecies in the Jewish Old Testament scriptures about a man who would be sent from God to bring rescue, healing, and transformation.
So as everyone is trying to get his attention, no one notices her as she sneaks closer and closer until she can reach out and grab the corner of his clothing.
As she does, she feels that something has changed within her. Overjoyed, she turns to make her exit until she hears a voice say, "Who touched me?"
The crowd are confused because they were all touching him, something the disciples were quick to point out. Everyone's been touching you, Jesus. That's what happens in crowds.
No, he replies. Someone touched me. I felt power go out of me.
Jesus sensed her desperation in a way that the disciples never could. As the gospel writer Mark puts it, seeing that she could not go unnoticed, she fell before his feet and told him the whole truth.
Can you imagine how long it had been since she had been noticed, since she was listened to or cared for? Her condition was more than an illness. It meant that she was ignored.
Money couldn't solve the woman's problem at all, but she found healing in Jesus, and that gave her hope for tomorrow.
Many Christians find hope for the future in their faith. And we pray that you are able to find something that gives you hope, that truly gives you hope, not just for today, but for the rest of your lives.
And you get to complete your bucket list one day.
God bless.